Hey guys, I'm Berk Kaplan. I'm a car designer and I also have background on industrial design. And Design Morna challenged me to answer 7 questions, and it's actually now kind of a challenge that YouTuber designers will answer those 7 questions as well, and we will publish the videos with similar titles. So if you want to hear also from other designers their answers, please go to the description and you can find their channels there as well. So directly to the point, let's start with the questions. Alright, the first question is, industrial design is fairly uncommon field. How did you discover it? Well, as many of us, I was sketching things when I was a young kid, and my parents always support me on that. On that time, I was sketching more like cartoons or caricatures or different things. And by the time I started to do research, actually my brother, my older brother, he was on that time like 17 and I was 14 years old, and he was getting prepared for university exams, as I remember. He decided to be a mechanical engineer and he was suggesting me to be a designer because both of us love cars, and his idea was he will be the engineer, I will be the designer, so we can build our dream car together in the future. And after that, I did more research on car design, like what is car design, how to be a car designer, and this kind of things. I was really young on that time, and I contacted to people, I contacted to other designers to ask what can I do to be a car designer. And I'm from Turkey and there's no car design education in Turkey, and I was searching and I found out that I need to study industrial design first, so this way I can have a diploma related to design, and that way I can apply for car design jobs, or I can apply for car design masters and I can get the first step into design fields. So it was my goal and it worked. I studied industrial design, then I participated in different contests, and with some design awards I got scholarship. I went to Italy for studying car design and so on. It's another topic for another video, maybe I don't want to go so much into details, but that's how I started this field. Alright, let's go to the second question. How do you explain your job to those who don't know about industrial design? Yeah, it's actually a very funny topic because there are many people who has no idea about industrial design and they think it's kind of engineering, or they think they just don't know. Yeah, you know, these people, probably you had some conversations with them as well. You meet someone new and they ask what you do and you say, hey, I'm an industrial designer, and there are more questions after that. Or sometimes it's just silent. It's like, oh, okay, industrial design. And it's a long silence. So to describe what I do is generally wherever I am, I can say, just look around you and you can find lots of products, lots of things. It can be a furniture, it can be an electronic product, it can be just lighting, it can be anything, you know. And I show them this and I say, somebody designed that. Like somebody thought how people will use it. Somebody had a purpose to design that product to make life easier, or to solve a problem, or to make it more beautiful. So all the products you see or you use are somehow designed by a designer, of course in collaboration with engineers as well. It doesn't mean all the products are good. Maybe there's a bad design product and maybe there was no designer behind it. I don't know. And of course this conversation goes longer and longer. Also about car design, they think that there is one guy sitting somewhere and designing all the cars. I mean, not all the cars, but designing some cars. And they ask me like, so you just go there and you just sketch a car and they built it? No, it doesn't work like that, of course. And I'm again explaining it like there are a team of engineers and designers working together for years to produce one product, and there's no more one-man show on car design as well. So I'm just trying to explain in a long way. You need to be patient to actually explain them, and I think it's a good thing to take time and explain them what is industrial design or car design, product design, whatever. 10 years ago it was definitely not the same. Now people are more informed about design, and makes me feel good. So keep on explaining design and at the end we will make it. So the question number 3. What inspirations have developed your industrial design style? Or let's say car design style in my case. Well, I don't have like one direction of inspiration, like I'm inspired by nature and it's the only thing. For me it doesn't work like that. I'm inspired all the time from everything or everyone. I mean, yeah, not everyone, but you got the point. Also from other products and other creative fields like architecture, fashion design, or product design, car design, they all are related. And also entertainment design, concept art, these are super inspirational things for me. I worked in several companies with different styles, different approaches to design. For example, I worked for a construction vehicle company that you need to make the machines more strong, like more a bit aggressive or at least confident. The emotions you need to give to the client or to other people is different than making a romantic sports car. And I worked for car design projects for different countries, different client targets, and it makes me a flexible designer. And I really like that because your style should be flexible, depends on the project or depends on the client, depends on the customer, and depends on the time as well. Like 5 years ago, I had a different style. Now my style still develops or changes somehow in different ways. And also the tools we use sometimes affect, or the technology, like the new softwares or the new production methods can affect your style as well. So I would say I'm inspired by many things. Like if there's a minimal project, I'm inspired by minimal things, obviously, or if there is something funky, it's different. Yeah, I think I can say I don't have a one style, but I love that flexibility. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that you need to follow all the trends or something. I personally, I like to follow trends. I like to see them, observe them. We also have to do that, in my opinion, to know at least what's going on in the industry. But at the end, of course, the taste is different. And you can actually see my works on my Instagram. I will leave the link somewhere here or also in the description, so just check it out, please. All right, let's check the question number 4. It is, which company would you love to design a product for? I love that question because it's like dreaming about what is possible, and it's always exciting, of course. I worked for different companies, as I said. I studied industrial design, then I studied car design. I worked for a construction vehicle company. I did my internship at Ford for big commercial vehicles. And then I worked in Untitled Design, which has different clients from different countries, different companies. You know, it's a part of Volkswagen Group as well. Now I'm lucky enough to work for Design Storz, and we have different clients, different companies from all around the world, and you can check out our website to see our collaborations, our different clients. So I can say I have experience on a big variety of projects, so it is a good thing. But if we go back to the question that which company I would love to design a product for, I would say the Marvel. Like, I love Iron Man. I watched Iron Man movies multiple times because I love all these visual effects as well, but also the designs, like how all these things come together to create one suit for a man. It should be ergonomic, it should be also functional, and it is super aesthetic. And it has like, I don't know, 50 different versions of this costume itself. And seeing the evolution of this costume, like how it starts, how it goes on, and I think there's a huge creativity going on in this Marvel universe or this kind of fantasy movies or sci-fi movies. So I think I would love to be a part of this kind of things, to experience something new. And also I would like to learn how it works. It's crazy. I don't know what they use to design all these products. So yeah, for me the answer is the Marvel. So the question number 5 is, what is your go-to industrial design program and why? I think it is the question about the software that I use daily basis, I would say. First, everything starts with pen and paper, of course, but as a software on 2D, two-dimensionally, I use Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. And why? Because I think it's super flexible. You can do many different things, but you don't need to know like everything about the software, because I know that Photoshop is like a huge ocean, but you need to know the parts you need. And I will, by the way, create a tutorial on this, and you can check the description for finding the links in future. And you can create that really paper texture, like pen and paper or pencil textures on the canvas. And it's very easy to sketch with all this pen pressure and stuff. Why I don't use Sketchbook is I used to use Sketchbook, but I realized after I learned Photoshop more and more, it's way more flexible and faster, because I love all these shortcuts. Like one hand is always on the keyboard, and all these shortcuts help you a lot to create quick sketches in a really quick way. If you want to erase or update something, I also allow other tools like, you know, fixing the mistakes. So I love and use Photoshop daily basis. And for 3D, for three dimensionals, I think since 1 year, I'm using the Blender. And man, that's crazy. I mean, this software, you can model quickly everything. It's a polygonal modeling software. You can model everything quickly, then you can put materials quickly, then you can see the real life materials while modeling your design. So you can get all these reflections and everything in the real-time rendering. And that is, I think, crazy. I really love it. I'm sure there are other softwares which are able to do this, but Blender is totally free. You can just go and download and start using it. And the community is amazing. There are many people, many amazing designers creating different tutorials. And by the way, I will also create a tutorial series for Blender, so stay tuned and you can send me a message on Instagram or follow the links below. And you can use it for car design, industrial design. And this is the part that I'm trying to learn. Because normally in Blender you can do visual effects, you can do crazy animations. So Blender is my go-to software for sure during the ideation process. Like for NURBS modeling, generally you need to finish your design and then you can start modeling the perfect surfaces and everything, like Alias. Alias is the software we use for car design generally, but on Blender, I love it. All right, the question number 6. We are coming to the end, huh? Slowly. Yeah, last 2 questions, don't worry. Question number 6 is, what do you dislike most about industrial design? Or let's say car design. What I hate about car design, I can say, also maybe in industrial design, but on car design I think it's more common, that you work for months for a design, for a brand or for a concept car or production car. You spend your months and you create lots of ideas, you generate lots of images and everything, and at the end of the day, depends on lots of reasons, they can just put your design on the shelf and it can stay there forever, so nobody will see your design. It's strictly forbidden to show your work from the official projects. Sometimes you just work hard, you just really spend time and effort and energy on a project and it will never see the sunlight. So this is something I hate about car design, to be honest. I can understand the reasons, of course. There are many reasons behind that because the companies should protect their designs and their ideas and many other things. So that's, I think, the most painful thing for me, also in industrial design. The second thing would be design is sometimes undervalued and it's also painful. Okay, the last question, question number 7. I even forgot what was that question. What makes an industrial design good? Wow. That's a tough question. That's a big question because for both car design and industrial design, what makes it good design is, you know, Dieter Rams has like good design is, and there's 10 principles that you can check, but of course I will not repeat that. I think the good design depends on also depends on the field, depends on the project, because I wouldn't say like good design is this and yeah, it is maybe for some product, maybe it is good design for a pen, but maybe it doesn't work for furniture, you know. But I would say good design should be reliable. What I mean by that is if it says that this is my function, or if it says that I'm able to do that, if it looks powerful, it should do that. It should be powerful, it should work like this way. Actually, it becomes good design is honest. And it's, I think, also one of Dieter Rams' principles probably, and one of the most common principles, of course. And I think, yeah, good design should be honest and it should be emotional, in my opinion, because that's kind of the difference between a random invention and a good design. So basically, I would say maybe these 2 things. I mean, for now, it comes to my mind, these 2 things. I hope I will not regret after publishing this video, like, oh yeah, good design is also like this. But anyway, the 2 things is, 1, it should be honest design. If it looks high quality, it should have high quality materials. It should be like really high quality production methods. And if it's like a strong, powerful vehicle, it should be strong and powerful. You cannot make a little tiny weak car look super powerful and then it breaks down after, I don't know, you know, 1 month. It's not good design. It's actually a very long topic. This last question can be like totally another video, more than 10 minutes. But I mean, yeah, if you have a conversation with someone, you can talk 1 month maybe about this topic. But anyway, yeah, it should be emotional and it should be honest design. So I think that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching me. And Morna, again, thank you for challenging me and inviting me to this challenge. It was really fun. I really enjoyed it. I hope you also enjoyed it. I can't wait to see the answers from other designers, like this answers of 7 questions. And I think we will publish that all together. But you can search for other designers, or I will leave the links for each designers who participated to this challenge. So you can go check out their answers as well. And yeah, that was great fun. Thanks. See you. And he is Iron Man. Sorry. Yeah, look at that. I bought this, I think, years. It's of course one of the cheap little toys, but still the reason I have it, it reminds me all this creativity and really like that. Are you a DC fan or Marvel fan? What's your favorite? Let me know in the comments, okay? Let's have a big Marvel DC discussion. No, I'm kidding. Don't fight because there's no reason. I love both of them. I also love Batman, for example, but they have no chance compared to Marvel Universe, right?